There's one section of the grocery store that has not changed in 45 years, and that is the Hostess snacks and the Little Debbie snacks. And I remember before healthy snacks were a thing for kids, like these were healthy snacks. I miss those days. I can't be seen buying Eggo waffles. I made a video about making your own and not buying the frozen ones. Although I do love some Eggo waffles, so these are going in the cart. I love the freezer. So much potential, so many possibilities, but I want it right now. Here's the proper way to defrost. I thought it was a good time for a little refresher, defrosting 101. Defrosting is always gonna be easier if everything's individually portioned and packaged in its own bag. Makes it so easy. You just pull what you need and you can get it ready to thaw. I was trying to find like frozen chicken. I don't know where that is. Yeah, there's nothing frozen around here. Am I missing something? Oh, yeah, right here. It's a very small section. Stocked freezer is a happy freezer. I know last minute meals are a thing, but it's always better to plan ahead. The safest and most foolproof way to thaw is gonna be in the refrigerator. In most cases, you're gonna wanna give yourself a 24-hour head start. Movie magic. Everything will remain at a food-safe temperature and give you the best results when cooking. For those rush jobs, we're gonna use the water technique. If your food isn't already prepackaged, you're gonna wanna put it in a bag before you defrost. It's best to avoid putting the raw food directly into water. Submerge in cold water, never use hot. Replace that water every 30 minutes. The trick is to keep things cold. While this is an instant, you won't have to wait long. What's great is when it comes to those vegetables, just cook straight from frozen. And yes, of course, there's the microwave, which works fine for those frozen prepared foods. For those frozen raw foods, the microwave can defrost unevenly and compromise the quality, so it's best to avoid it. So many bacons. Bacons of all kind. And if that isn't the world's largest shrimp I've ever seen, and big old clams too. They have bone marrow here. I'm gonna make some bone broth. Now that's how to thaw a frozen heart. Let it go, Elsa. Let it go, let it go. I'm one with the wind and sky. Messes from microwave mishaps are all too common, especially when it comes to things like pasta sauces and butter. You know, microwaves, they have a lot of science and technology happening in there. The water molecules get heated up, they turn into steam, they need somewhere to go, so what? Boom, they explode. Oh my gravy, what a mess. Let's explore some ways to keep that microwave clean. So many microwaves. Fun story, problem solves all started with a microwave. How to clean a microwave and don't microwave an egg. Ah! They have all shapes and sizes. It's just a microwave for everyone. If you're a regular microwave user, this thing is standard. A microwave cover is the best way to prevent messes. Throw this in the dishwasher and keep that machine clean. Ooh, I do need to pick up a couple of these though. A simple solution for a sometimes challenging to use device. It's just that easy, problem solved. Just kidding. When it comes to sauces, soups, and stews, microwave in shorter increments from like 30 seconds to a minute to prevent popping and explosions. Set your microwave to 45 seconds. Stir in between those heating intervals, it'll heat more evenly, and it'll prevent any messes inside the microwave. Save yourself the stress and just prevent those messes in the first place. Every time I come to the grocery store, I swear there's a new brand of pasta sauce. What is this? Look at this jar. This is A+ packaging right here, my goodness. Oh, some of these are pricey. $13.99, I wanna try it so bad, but that is steep. These jars and these labels look like you just picked it up from a ma and pa shop, but I'm pretty sure it might be like mass produced somewhere, but bravo on the packaging. Seems like there's a little old grandma just stirring her spoon in a big old pot and she put it in a jar just for you. Brown bread in a can. You've got to be kidding me. I find something new every time I'm at the grocery store. One of the best features of a microwave that you might not be using is the power settings. Adjusting that power setting can mean more even, less messy heating. I've had butter explode on me trying to melt it in many instances in the microwave. When you're melting butter, give it a head start by cutting it up into small pieces. Then just heat in small increments until it's melted. Halfway there. Anything with a skin or casing, you're gonna wanna poke a few holes first. You don't want that steam to build up inside. This will help it escape. You should avoid putting water by itself in the microwave. It can actually get superheated and lead to accidents. A microwave is gonna take 3 or 4 minutes anyways, the same amount of time as a kettle or the stove, and it's much safer. The microwave is a simple device, but with a little technique, it can be way more versatile than you think. Clearance section only has Southern Fried Christmas. Is this to like flip a whole pancake at once? Mega spatula. Is this a leftover from Christmas? This looks a little too winter holiday. So soft. Oh yeah. Nonstick is convenient, but it can be prone to gnarly scratches that aren't healthy. Here's how to prevent scratches and protect your cookware. Let me tell you, I've seen some pans in horrendous shape, like at my friend Morgan's house or even at Airbnbs, and you don't want to cook on that. So it might be time for you to check your cookware, make some swaps and upgrades. Time for a little search for a few kitchen items, and let's see what I can find. Can't get distracted by the clothes now. Hats you were last week. That's a sharp outfit. All right, gotta put the blinders on. Stay focused. Distracted by more clothes. Just plain hoodies and the Kardashians' favorite color, nude. All right, pots and pans, mission at hand. Where do we go? One of the simplest, easiest things you can do is just use the right utensils. Even with the best of intentions, those plastic utensils can melt. I prefer a sturdy, silicone-coated utensil. They can handle high heat and they're pretty durable. Oh man, wish they had these in a different color. Oh, we're gonna go with gray. Yes. These silicone utensils, heat resistant up to 450. You probably all know that non-stick and metal don't get along, but you're still doing it anyways? I've had roommates and family members that, despite me telling them the proper way to use a pan, they still get it scratched up with the wrong utensil. So the foolproof plan, just make a swap and only let them use the appropriate tools. Just gonna hide these, and there you go, no scratches. And that goes for cleaning, non-abrasive options only. It may be nice to have a small non-stick option that you treat well and use for like omelets and eggs. But for the majority of my cooking, I prefer to use a durable, long-lasting pan option like cast iron or stainless steel. Stainless steel is one of the most versatile pot or pan options you can have in your kitchen. While there is a bit of a learning curve to make sure things don't stick, they're easy to clean and they'll last you forever if properly taken care of. I see you, classic Cuisinart. Chef's classic. And they can put up with scrapes, bumps, and resist scratches. And not every household needs a 15-piece cookware set. Just opt for a few simple options that you'll use most often. Honestly, the innovations in pots and pans are endless. Utensils designed for the pot itself. Look at that air fryer. What is this device from the future? Look at this thing. I want to make pizzas eventually, like do a good outdoor pizza oven, and that's what this thing is. This just brought back so many memories. I had this growing up, my family and I, and we would just get crazy putting all sorts of stuff in quesadillas. Might have to get this for my nieces and nephews. They need to learn the ways of the quesadilla maker. Tortillas and cheese for the quesadilla maker. Hands down, one of the most healthiest and durable cookware options is that cast iron skillet. Grandma's, in fact. While they can be a little heavy, they'll provide some of the best cooking results. This is very nice. With no handle? If I could, I would just cook everything in a cast iron skillet. This thing will last you forever, and it's really hard to mess up. All there really is to be concerned about is to clean it properly, so no soap, no dishwasher, and season it from time to time. Most households opt for that inexpensive cookware set that needs to be replaced in a few years, instead of choosing a quality set that's durable and will last you forever. These are beautiful. $145 for one pan. I want it to cook my food for me if it's that expensive. While Rapunzel used this in some unconventional ways, try to keep it in the kitchen. All right, Eugene, time to teach you a lesson. There's a lot of pot and pan sets I liked, but the price was a little too expensive for me today, so I'm gonna try one more spot. Ooh, not a good cart. This one's filthy. I seriously think that's like mold growing in there. What's happening at Target today? Here we go. It's my happy place, my safe place. Let's do some damage. We're gonna heat things up, but not too hot. You don't wanna burn anything. Here's how to get better results cooking on your stovetop. One of the most common kitchen mishaps is burning and scorched pans. If you're a beginner or looking to get better at cooking, here's some of my stovetop advice. Good thing I replaced that carbon monoxide detector. For most recipes, it's a good idea to preheat that pan. Do this over medium or medium-low so that pan doesn't get too scorching hot. It's a Goldilocks thing, but you don't want your burner to be larger than your pan or too small. A common mistake is to get distracted or walk away while this thing's just getting superheated. I will be hunting down some pots and pans. I'm doing a thoroughly good job of distracting myself today, more than normal. Let's get some good quality TP. Has nothing to do with shopping for pots and pans, but it's on the list of necessary items. Use that single ply, it'll make you a man. I feel like this is the perfect combination of my personality. I am ultra soft yet ultra strong. Here's some cool flowers and plants. Fake plants. They got so much good stuff. Let's find the kitchen section. If butter instantly browns or olive oil smokes, it's best to remove that pan and let's try again. For sauteing, you're looking for an even surface temperature of about 350 degrees. Simmering for like sauces is gonna be a little bit lower. We got a rapid rise in temperature, Captain. Now you don't need a thermometer. If you feel heat just a few inches above the pan, you're probably good to go. A few drops of water should instantly bead and evaporate away. When I cook, I like to have everything prepared and laid out. That way, while you're cooking, what's in the pan doesn't burn while you're waiting on the next ingredient. It's so funny, there are so many pots and pan options here, and I can't find one that I want. This is kind of a nice skillet. Oven safe, dishwasher safe, induction gas, electric stove compatible. Checking all the boxes here, friend. I could just see myself sauteing some veggies in here. Your pan can make a big difference too. I like a pan with thicker walls and a reinforced bottom which evenly distributes the heat. Thinner pans are prone to warping and hot spots, which leads to uneven cooking and burning. Let's avoid this, people. Just cheap and easy to mess up. I wish they would only give people high quality choices so you didn't have to settle for... I guess if you're getting started, if you're just learning, it's okay, but once you know there's better cookware solutions out there, I mean, like, honestly, treat yourself. On the hunt for a muffin pan. A muffin tin? A muffin tin? For searing in a pan, you're looking for a higher temperature of about 400 to 450. You should be able to instantly tell that things are pretty toasty. And searing's gonna work best in a heavy-duty pan like cast iron. If you are cooking on a higher temperature, make sure you use the right oil. A higher temperature oil like avocado or grapeseed, which can be a little bit pricier, but it's the right tool for the job. This has a higher smoking point and won't burn as easily. Make sure everything's evenly coated. With any stovetop and any recipe, don't be afraid to regulate. You may need to lower the temp or raise it up to keep things at the right temperature. If you have an electric cooktop, those cool much slower, so you may want to remove the pan for a few seconds and then return it to the heat. Most meals get ruined because you get pulled away or you're just not paying attention, so I like the secret weapon of timers and reminders. Hey Alexa, set a 3-minute timer.
3 minutes, starting now.
I hope your next meal comes out absolutely perfect. Bon appetit.